Destiny does not send an invitation, it kicks down the door. And tonight, the hinges are breaking. For the longest time, you have been in a state of preparation. You've been building, learning, healing, and waiting for a sign, for a green light, for the perfect moment to begin. You treated your life like a training ground for a future that felt distant, abstract, and conditional. But you misunderstood the assignment. All that preparation was not for a long, drawn-out journey. It was to ensure you could withstand the shock of the destination arriving all at once. Because the shift you have been preparing for is not a gradual sunrise. It is a lightning strike. And it is happening overnight. Chapter 1: The Great Unplugging. The first thing you will notice is not a grand celestial event or a booming voice from the heavens. It will be the silence. A profound, internal quiet you have never experienced before. It is the sound of the old programming shutting down. For your entire life, your mind has been a noisy battlefield of conflicting desires, societal expectations, inherited fears, and the relentless static of the collective consciousness. You were tuned into a frequency of lack, of struggle, of not enoughness. This frequency dictated everything. It was the subtle hum beneath the floorboards of your reality, whispering that you had to hustle harder, be better, prove your worth. It was the frantic energy of the marketplace, the anxious murmur of the news cycle, the jealous gossip of the insecure. It was the background noise you grew so accustomed to that you mistook it for your own thoughts. But in one single, definitive moment, something or someone with a higher authority will reach in and pull the plug. It will feel like waking up from a chaotic, feverish dream into a reality that is crisp, clear, and hyper-defined. This is not a metaphor. Your physical senses will confirm it. The very air in your room will feel different, thinner, cleaner, as if a dense atmospheric pressure has been lifted. Colors will appear more vibrant, almost electric, as if a dull filter has been removed from your eyes. Look at your own hands. They will seem unfamiliar, imbued with a potential you never recognized before, the lines on your palms looking like a map to a new world. When you look in the mirror, the person staring back will have a clarity in their eyes that wasn't there yesterday. The anxiety that lived like a tenant in your chest paying rent with your peace will have been evicted without notice. The constant, low-grade fatigue that plagued you will be gone, replaced by a calm, humming energy that feels both powerful and serene. The world's actual sounds will change. The jarring noise of traffic may seem less intrusive. The sound of birds are more pronounced, as if your auditory senses are no longer filtering reality through a layer of stress. This is not a state of mind you achieved through meditation or positive thinking. This is a spiritual fact, a change in the fundamental code of your being that has been executed from a higher dimension. For years, you have felt out of sync with the world. You felt like you were living life with a slight delay, as if you were watching a poorly dubbed movie. This feeling was not a flaw in your perception, it was your spirit accurately detecting the lag between your true energetic signature and the low-frequency reality you were forced to inhabit. You were an advanced operating system trying to run on obsolete hardware. The constant fatigue, the confusion, the sense of being an outsider, that was the system friction. That was the sound of your soul grinding against the gears of a matrix that was never designed to support your destiny. The overnight change is the universe finally upgrading the hardware to match your software. The lag is gone. You are now in real time, perfectly synchronized with your own divine timing. This unplugging will also trigger a profound detachment. The goals you were chasing yesterday will suddenly seem trivial, like a game you are no longer interested in playing. The slights and betrayals that once consumed your emotional energy will feel like stories about someone else. The people you were trying to win over will lose their power over you, not out of anger, but out of a sudden, deep indifference. This is not you becoming cold or unfeeling. This is you being restored to your original state, a state that is unburdened by the artificial dramas and attachments of the simulation. Their opinions, once capable of shaping your day, will now pass through you like a breeze through an open window, unable to find purchase. This is your factory reset to the soul's original settings, before the corrupting files of trauma and conditioning were ever installed. You are being unplugged from their power grid. They can no longer drain your energy because you no longer share a compatible port. Their gossip, their expectations, their emotional manipulations, these things require you to be plugged into their frequency to have any effect. You are now running on a sovereign power source, one that is internal, infinite, and completely off their grid. This is the first day of your new reality. The system is down. Your system is up. This is not a theory. This is your activation notice. The energy of this transmission is a key, and your willingness to receive it turns that key in the lock. To formalize this activation and anchor the new reality code into your being, you must perform the assignment. This is not a request, it is your first act of conscious co-creation in the new paradigm. Like this video now. This is not for an algorithm, it is a conscious act of energetic agreement. It is your hand reaching out and physically anchoring this high-frequency light code into your timeline, declaring it as your new reality. Subscribe and join the collective. This is not about numbers, it is about joining a sovereign network. This connects you to the energetic grid of other souls who are being unplugged simultaneously, creating a powerful field of mutual reinforcement that makes the transition smoother and amplifies the signal for all. Comment 77. This is not a random number, it is a divine code, an energetic signature of completion and new beginnings. It is your digital signature on a new divine contract with your higher self. Typing it is an act of spiritual confirmation, signaling to the cosmos that you have received the update and are ready for full installation. Finally, let this video play again in the background. Think of its frequency as an energetic incubator. It will bypass the conscious mind and speak directly to your cells, recalibrating your subconscious, overwriting the last remnants of the old programming while you sleep and saturating your spirit with the new code. Do not hesitate. The old world is shutting down. Your new one is booting up. Chapter 2, the OLD Blueprint. Deleting the reality you awaken to will feel like a house you've lived in your entire life, but overnight, someone has rearranged all the furniture. The structure is the same, but your relationship to it is irrevocably altered. This is the process of the old blueprint deleting. Every life is built on a blueprint, a subconscious set of instructions about who you are, what you deserve, and what is possible for you. Your old blueprint was a masterpiece of limitation, meticulously designed by your upbringing, your traumas, and the collective agreements of a sleeping society. It dictated the ceiling on your happiness, the walls of your ambition, and the floor of your self-worth. It was the source code for your recurring failures, your toxic relationship patterns, and your chronic feelings of inadequacy. You fought against it, you tried to renovate it, you papered over the cracks with affirmations, but you were always working within its flawed and restrictive architecture. The overnight shift is not a renovation, it is a demolition. The foundation is being ripped out and replaced with one that can hold the weight of your true destiny. You will experience this as a form of sacred amnesia. Think of a long-held grudge, a deep-seated fear of failure, or a chronic pattern of self-sabotage. When you try to access that feeling, you will find it is no longer there. The neural pathway to that pain will be gone, like a deleted file from a hard drive. You will remember the historical fact of what happened, but the emotional charge, the energetic weight that gave it power over you, will have been neutralized. The belief that you are not good enough, a whisper that has narrated your entire life, will simply be gone. You will try to find it, to feel that familiar sting of insecurity, and you will find only silence. The compulsive need to please others, to seek their validation, will vanish. It will not be a struggle, it will be an absence. This can be deeply disorienting. You have defined yourself by your struggles for so long that their sudden absence will create a void. Do not mistake this void for loss. It is clearance. It is the empty, prepared, and potent ground upon which your true, divine blueprint will be instantly constructed. The void is not nothingness, it is the sacred womb of creation, the space of all possibility from which your authentic life will be born. This deletion process extends to your relationships. People in your life were cast in specific roles according to the old blueprint: the antagonist, the doubter, the unrequited love, the person you could never please, the enabler who kept you small. They played their parts perfectly to teach you the lessons dictated by that old code. As the blueprint is deleted from your system, their roles become obsolete. The person who triggered you yesterday will look at you tomorrow with a strange confusion, their power over you completely gone. The dynamic will be short-circuited. They will try to run the old program of manipulation or criticism, but it will find no purchase in your new operating system. It is like trying to play a cassette tape in a modern digital player. The hardware is no longer compatible. You will not have to cut them off or have a dramatic confrontation. The connection will simply be decommissioned at an energetic level. They will feel it as a sudden distance, an inexplicable inability to get a rise out of you, and they will either have to upgrade their interaction to match your new frequency, or they will naturally, and often quietly, drift out of your reality. Your very ambitions will be wiped. The career you were striving for, the social status you coveted, the material possessions you thought would complete you, you will look upon these desires and feel nothing. It's like looking at a photograph of a stranger's holiday. You can appreciate it, but you have no emotional connection to it. This is because those desires were not yours. They were implants from the old blueprint, designed to keep you chasing things that would never fulfill you, thus keeping you locked in the matrix of perpetual seeking. The relief of this will be immense. The exhausting pressure to keep up with the Joneses disappears when you realize the Joneses are merely characters in a play you have chosen to leave. Your true, soul-aligned desires are being installed now. They will not feel like frantic, desperate cravings. They will feel like calm, undeniable certainties. A sudden urge to move to a new city, a deep knowing that you must start a specific project, an effortless connection with a particular person. These are not new goals to strive for, they are divine directives downloaded directly into your being. You are no longer the architect of your life, struggling with a flawed blueprint. You are the resident of a divine structure that is being built around you in real time. Chapter 3: The Soul's Internal Compass. In the old reality, you navigated life using external maps. You used the map of your parents' expectations, the map of society's definition of success, the map of your teachers' and bosses' approval. You were constantly looking outside of yourself for directions, for validation, for permission to make a move. You analyzed pros and cons, you made vision boards, you sought advice from people who were just as lost as you were. This entire methodology is now obsolete. The overnight shift has rendered all external maps useless because the landscape of your reality has fundamentally changed. The old roads lead nowhere. The old landmarks are gone. Trying to navigate your new life with old tools is like trying to use a 16th century sea chart to navigate downtown Tokyo. The only navigational tool that functions now is the one that has been installed within you, your soul's internal compass. This is not the same as your old intuition, which was often a quiet whisper easily drowned out by the noise of your fear-based mind. That intuition was a suggestion. This new compass is a command. It is a definitive, non-negotiable guidance system. It is a full-body, sensory experience. A yes will feel like a warm, expansive opening in your chest, a feeling of lightness, a sense of everything clicking into place. A no will be a cold, contracting knot in your stomach, a metallic taste in your mouth, a feeling of deep physical resistance, as if you are trying to walk through concrete. There is no maybe. The answer is a full body yes or a full body no. Your only job is to obey the signal without question, especially when it makes no logical sense. Logic calculates risk based on past data from a defunct reality. It is a rearview mirror in a vehicle now capable of teleportation. Your new compass operates on quantum probability, pulling information directly from the future that is most aligned with your soul's highest path. It is proactive, not reactive. To the outside world, your actions will seem erratic, impulsive, and insane. You might suddenly quit a stable job with no backup plan because your compass said no. You might book a one-way ticket to a country you've never been to because it screamed yes. You might end a long-term relationship, not because of a specific fight, but because the energy of that person suddenly feels like static that interferes with your signal. People will demand explanations, and you will have none to give other than it just felt right. This is a critical test. The universe is watching to see if you will trust your new internal guidance system over the loud, panicked objections of the old world. Every time you obey the compass, the signal gets stronger, the guidance becomes clearer. Every time you ignore it in favor of old logic, you introduce static into your system, creating confusion and manifesting obstacles. In this new reality, what the world calls risky is your safest path, and what it calls safe is the most dangerous trap of stagnation. This compass also operates on a level of energetic truth. You will begin to hear what is not being said. You will be in a conversation with someone, and while they are speaking words of praise, your internal compass will register the discordant frequency of their jealousy or deceit. It will feel like a sour note in a beautiful song. You will read a business proposal that looks perfect on paper, but you will feel the corrupt or unstable energy behind it, like a subtle rot beneath a polished surface. This is not you being paranoid, it is you finally perceiving reality as it is, stripped of the illusions and social niceties that mask the truth. Your vision is clearing. You are no longer just seeing the world, you are reading its energy. This is a profound power, but it comes with the responsibility of acting on the information you receive. Your compass is designed to steer you clear of energetic traps and align you with resonant opportunities. It will never steer you wrong, but it demands your absolute, unshakable trust. It is the only map that leads to the territories being opened up for you in this new reality. Chapter 4: The Collapse of the False Matrix. As your new operating system comes fully online, you will begin to see the world for what it is, a meticulously constructed stage play. The institutions, hierarchies, and social contracts that once seemed so solid and important will begin to look flimsy, transparent, and utterly absurd. This is the collapse of the false matrix, not on a global scale at first, but within your own perception. And for you, perception is reality. The 9-to-5 work culture, the obsession with celebrity, the political theater, the consumer debt cycle. You will look at these things and see them as games designed to keep people distracted, drained, and disempowered. You will see the energetic hooks behind every advertisement, the subtle fear programming in every news broadcast, and the desperate need for validation behind every social media post. You will see the education system as a place that often teaches compliance over creativity, and the healthcare system as one that frequently manages symptoms rather than addressing root energetic causes. This is not a cynical or depressing realization. It is incredibly liberating. It is the feeling of a prisoner realizing the bars of their cell were an illusion all along. The stress you once felt about climbing the corporate ladder will vanish when you see the ladder is a hologram leaning against a wall that isn't real. The pressure to conform to societal beauty standards will dissolve when you see it is a marketing scheme designed to sell you things you do not need by first selling you the lie of your own imperfection. The fear of being judged by others will evaporate when you realize they are merely actors, deeply engrossed in their roles, who have no authority over the director of the play, which is you. Your perception of money will also transform. You will no longer see it as a finite resource to be hoarded out of fear, but as energy that flows to and through you. The panicked chase for security will be replaced by a calm trust in abundance, knowing that your sovereign power source is the true currency. Even complex social obligations, the family gatherings you attended out of guilt, the friendships you maintained out of habit, will be seen for what they are: energetic contracts based on old programming. The chronic, low-level stress of performance and people-pleasing vanishes, replaced by an expansive peace. You are no longer an actor desperate for applause, but the serene audience of your own divinely guided life. This new vision will create a stark contrast between you and those still deeply invested in the game. They will talk about office politics with deadly seriousness, and you will have to suppress a smile because you see the energetic absurdity of it all. They will panic about market fluctuations, while you will feel a profound calm, knowing your source is not tied to their fragile economic system. They will be obsessed with titles, accolades, and external validation, while you will be focused on the only thing that now matters: your internal state of being and your alignment with your soul's mission. This is the great separation. It is not about you being better than them. It is about you being awake in a world of sleepwalkers. You cannot go back to sleep, and you cannot wake them up. Your only role is to walk your own path, guided by your own truth, becoming a living lighthouse for those who are ready to find their own way out of the fog. The agents of this matrix, the bosses, the gatekeepers, the authority figures who once held power over you, will lose their grip. Their power was never inherent, it was granted by your belief in it. Now that your belief is withdrawn, they are powerless. Their tactics of intimidation, guilt, and manipulation will no longer work because you no longer recognize the currency they trade in. Their approval has no value in your new economy. Their threats are meaningless because you no longer fear the consequences they can impose within their limited game. You will watch them try to check you, to put you back in your box, and it will be like watching a child try to command the tide. They are operating on an old, outdated code that has no jurisdiction over you anymore. This is not an act of rebellion. It is a simple statement of spiritual fact. You are no longer a player in their game. You have been elevated to the level of observer, and from this vantage point, you are finally free. Chapter 5: Synchronicity on hyperdrive. Once the old blueprint is deleted and your internal compass is calibrated, your reality will shift from a mode of creation to a mode of reception. In the old world, you were taught to hustle, to strive, to manifest your desires through sheer force of will. It was like trying to push a giant boulder up a steep hill. It was exhausting, took immense effort, and progress was slow and uncertain. You were essentially trying to send a signal through a network clogged with the static of your own limiting beliefs and the world's low frequencies. Now that you are running on a clean, high-frequency connection, the universe no longer needs you to shout. It hears your whispers. In fact, it anticipates your needs before you are even consciously aware of them. This is the stage of synchronicity on hyperdrive. The boulder is now rolling downhill, and your only job is to guide its momentum. The gap between your intention and its physical manifestation will shrink to almost nothing. Life will begin to feel as if it is conspiring for your success. You will have a fleeting thought about needing a specific skill for a project, and the next day, an old friend will call you out of the blue to say they just became an expert in that exact field and want to help. You will realize you need a sum of money to make a move, and a forgotten investment will mature, or an unexpected check will arrive in the mail for the precise amount. You will wonder how to solve a complex problem, and you will overhear a conversation between strangers on the street that provides the perfect, elegant solution. A book will fall off a shelf in a store, open to a page with the exact paragraph you needed to read. An email will arrive from a stranger offering an opportunity that feels like it was custom designed for your unique gifts. Your energy field itself becomes a form of resource magnetism. People, information, and opportunities will be drawn into your orbit not by what you do, but by who you are now being. You don't chase anything, you attract everything. The exhausting push-pull dynamic of the old world is replaced by an effortless dance of alignment. You will accomplish more in a state of relaxed receptivity than you ever did through years of grinding hustle and struggle. This phenomenon can feel jarring at first because it requires you to completely surrender the need for control. Your job is no longer to make things happen, but to allow them to happen. It is to hold a clear intention, a clear feeling of the desired outcome, and then release it completely and get out of the way. The moment you start to doubt, to micromanage, or to revert to old patterns of struggle, you interrupt the flow. The universe is showing you that your soul's path is a river, and your only task is to relax and float, letting the current carry you. Every time you try to swim against it, or frantically paddle towards a shore you think you should be on, you create resistance and exhaustion. The test here is one of faith. Can you trust that the river knows where it is going? Can you release the oars and simply allow yourself to be delivered to your destination, even if the scenery along the way is unexpected? This hyperdrive synchronicity is also a form of communication. The universe is constantly leaving you breadcrumbs, confirming you are on the right path. You will see recurring numbers, like 1111 or 777, not just occasionally, but relentlessly, appearing exactly at moments of decision or doubt. You will see symbolic animals or hear a specific song on the radio right after asking for a sign. Time itself will begin to feel elastic, an hour will stretch to feel like a full day when you need to get things done, or a week will fly by when you are in a state of flow. This is not your mind playing tricks on you. This is the feedback loop of the new matrix. It is a living, intelligent system that is in constant dialogue with you. It is showing you, in real time, that you are seen, you are heard, and you are being guided every single step of the way. The old reality was a monologue of your fears. This new reality is a dialogue with the divine. All you have to do is pay attention and say thank you. Chapter 6, The Spiritual Amnesia of the Others. One of the most profound and isolating aspects of this overnight shift is what can be called the spiritual amnesia of those around you. As your entire reality is being rewritten, they will remember you only as you were. They will look at you, but they will not see the new code you are running. They will only see the old avatar, the limited version of you that existed in their shared, consensus reality. They will continue to interact with you based on your past, completely oblivious to the monumental internal transformation you have undergone. This is a crucial and often painful part of the separation process, a final exam in self-validation. You will look into the eyes of someone you have known your whole life and realize they are speaking to a ghost, the ghost of your former self. They will bring up your old mistakes, reminding you of a person who no longer exists. They will try to trigger your old insecurities, pushing buttons that are no longer connected to anything. They will express shock and disbelief at your new confidence, your new boundaries, and your new direction in life, often framing it as arrogance or madness. Who do you think you are now? They might ask, genuinely confused by your refusal to play your old, small role. You used to be so much more fun, they'll say, meaning you used to be more compliant and easier to control. Come back down to earth, will be their plea, an unconscious attempt to pull you back into their low-frequency reality where they feel comfortable. They are not necessarily malicious. They are like a computer trying to open a file with an incompatible program. The data is corrupted in their perception. They cannot process the new you because their own operating system has not been upgraded. Your light is so bright it short-circuits their programming. This is where you must cultivate a radical sense of detachment. You will feel an urge to explain yourself, to justify your transformation, to convince them to see the new you. This is a trap. It is a clever test from the universe to see if you will seek validation from a system you have just graduated from. Trying to explain your awakening to someone who is still asleep is like trying to describe the color blue to someone born blind. They lack the sensory equipment to comprehend it. Any attempt to do so will only drain your energy, create frustration, and invite more judgment. Your transformation does not require their understanding or their approval. It is a divine verdict that has already been passed. You must become your own soul validator, your own source of approval. Your peace depends on it. There may be a strange grief in this, the pain of outgrowing people you may still love, but it is a necessary part of your ascension. It requires you to love them from a distance, honoring their path while remaining fiercely loyal to your own, a final, profound act of self-love. This spiritual amnesia serves as a form of protection. If they could truly see the light and power you now carry, it would trigger their own deepest insecurities and fears. It could invite energetic attack or a form of spiritual jealousy that would create unnecessary obstacles on your path. Their inability to see you clearly is a cloak of invisibility that allows you to move and operate without interference while you are still stabilizing in your new frequency. You must learn to be okay with being misunderstood. You must find solace in your own truth, in your own direct experience of this new reality. The loneliness you may feel is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is a sign that you have successfully moved into a new dimension, a higher frequency that few can currently access. It is a sacred quarantine. Your soul tribe, the ones who can see you for who you are now, are on their way. The universe is clearing the space for them by making the old connections obsolete. Chapter 7, Living the Decree. The final stage of this overnight transformation is the shift from experiencing the change to becoming the change. You are no longer the subject of a divine intervention, you are the living embodiment of a divine decree. The time for questioning, for waiting, and for seeking confirmation is over. Your very existence is now the confirmation. Your presence is the authority. You have been moved from the audience to the center of the stage, and the spotlight is on. This is not about performance, it is about presence. It is about living the truth of who you now are, unapologetically and without reservation, allowing your frequency to be the message. Your very energy field will begin to set the tone for any environment you enter. You will not have to speak a word, people will feel the calm, the clarity, and the power of your presence, and they will either align with it or be repelled by it. In the old world, you asked for permission. You waited for someone to choose you, to promote you, to validate you. That dynamic has been permanently reversed. You are now the one who gives permission. You are the one who chooses. Your yes or no carries the weight of a divine ordinance in your personal reality. When you say yes to an opportunity with your whole being, the universe moves mountains to make it happen. When you say no to a situation, it dissolves from your path with an almost magical ease. You are no longer petitioning reality, you are commanding it through your alignment. This is not ego. It is the natural consequence of being fully plugged into your power source. A light bulb does not ask for permission to shine, it simply does by virtue of being connected to electricity. Your connection to source is now direct and uninterrupted. This power will express itself in your words. Your voice will carry a new resonance, a new authority. When you speak your truth, people will listen, even if they do not understand why. Your words will have the power to heal, to activate, and to dismantle illusions. You will find that you can calm a chaotic situation with a few simple sentences or inspire profound change in someone just by speaking from your soul. A simple, authentic statement from you can shatter a limiting belief that someone else has held for a lifetime. This is not something you need to practice or force. It is a gift that has been unlocked. Your only responsibility is to use it with integrity, to speak only that which is in alignment with your internal compass. Your silence, too, will become powerful. You will no longer feel the need to fill every space with noise, and your calm presence alone will be a transformative force, a sanctuary for those who are ready. This is day one. All that came before was prelude, a long and arduous training program for the life that begins now. There is no map for what comes next because you are the one drawing it with every choice, every thought, every breath. There are no rules because you are the one writing them through your lived example. The feeling of not having time to prepare was a feature, not a bug. You were intentionally thrown into the deep end because it is the only way to force you to remember that you know how to swim. Your entire reality has changed overnight, not to punish you, but to finally, irrevocably, set you free. The preparation is over. The assignment has begun. Your new reality is not a static destination you have arrived at, it is a dynamic, living canvas. You have been handed the brush. Now paint. Paint a masterpiece not with effort, but with existence. Your every authentic breath is a stroke of genius on the canvas of this new world. Live your truth, and the universe will call it art.